everybody, greetings from South Carolina. Last night here, so what we're gonna do is make some tri-tip. Pretty shocked that they make it here, or they have that cut here. I'm cooking on a propane grill, which I haven't done in probably years, and the local store had some of these hickory wood chips, and thought about just using kind of like a foil wrap, but they had these on the cheap, so grab that. We've got our two tri-tips coming up to room temp here, and the idea is I'm gonna take that box of wood chips and actually throw it over here on the right side. It's a really small cooking chamber. Whew, it's time to scrape that thing. But I'm gonna have it over here tucked away with that one bar going, and I'm gonna try and turn these off and try and see if I can get a nice slow smoke cook out of this thing, but we'll see, and I'll monitor temps along the way. But yeah, here we go. Okay, so I actually haven't used wood chips, gosh, in years. Not since I had my master built electric smokers. And I know there's two schools of what am I saying? I know there's typically two schools of thought between soaking and not soaking the wood chips. I mean, everything I remember basically said that while it might look like you're getting a little bit more smoke if you soak your wood chips, what you're really just getting is steam. And given that this is tri-tip, I'm gonna pull it probably at medium rare and let it rest in foil and let it carry over a little bit. I know this is gonna be a short cook, so I'm not really after the steam. I'm after whatever smoke I can impart with these wood chips right here. And actually that might be overkill for such a short cook, but that's what we're rolling with right here. Just gonna throw them in there dry. I've shut off all the, what are those things called? I don't know. I've shut off everything on the left, just the one on the right there, and I'm gonna sit this one over that one. Alright, so quick audible here. I went ahead and just put this little wood chip smoking box on top of this burner just to get it going. It wasn't catching fast enough over here. And then this guy right here is holding 225. Not bad. Not bad. So we're just about there to throw these tri-tips on. Alright, so these tri-tips have been seasoned and kind of sitting at room temp. So these are good to go. You have a propane grill here holding at 225 out of 5 burners. Again, we've only got this one on right now. And I've got a box of those hickory wood chips sitting right on top of this particular burner. And my hope is by putting the thicker side towards that burner, I could do a little kind of slow cooking here on this propane grill. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, you can kind of see the smoke coming off that box right there. Get this big hunker. Right off the bat, I'll tell you, I'm having not so confident thoughts about this just because it just feels so much colder on this side. I mean, obviously this heat is just escaping out of whatever crevice it can on this cooking chamber. So even though that top thermometer might read 225 or whatnot, I'm pretty sure that it's not doing this like beautiful convection style heat. It's catching a little bit up here and probably spraying left and right. I'm probably not going to get as much of a cook as I hope to get on those tri-tips. So I think if anything what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this go for about 15-20 minutes, come back and check on it. I know that's not much time, but hopefully that'll give me some kind of indication of what's going on. And if I'm not getting the type of cook I'm going for, I might actually turn this one on lower and then just kind of go across and see what we need to do. Alright, so we are about half an hour into this cook. As you can see, I brought the temperature up to almost 350. I kept the right burner, the one that the wood chip box was on top of. I've left that at the highest setting, but here on the second dial, I ended up turning it up. And basically the reason why I did that is because as I was a little suspicious of, it ended up being true, is that this end of the chamber was just a lot cooler than 225. It was really cold actually, so in comparison. So I went ahead and just fired on the second burner midway just so I can get some of that heat kind of moving around. What's up, kiddos? Alright, just to give everyone an idea of what's going on here. So I've got this little box going here. You can see the outside browning up a little bit here. So we're going to close this back up, come back in a bit and check some temps. Alright, quick check in here. I just threw some asparagus, some butter on here just to kind of start warming, then I'll grill them off, just take them before they get limp. But here we got the two tri-tips. They're about 95 degrees internal temp right now with this instant read thermometer. Growing concern. It's getting real smoky with these hickory wood chips. And it's that kind of smell and kind of smoke that I'm not a huge fan of, but I'm going to let this run just a little bit longer and actually kick the temps up just a little bit because I want to make sure that I get these to a nice temp so I can let them rest before guests arrive. Man, every single time. Every single time. Hello! Alright, I decided to sneak into the kitchen and I'm going to cut these, or one of these open, just so at least we can get a quick look at the final product. Do a quick taste test. Tick test. I've been in the South too long. This is the aftermath of the wood chip box. Right here, in case anybody was curious. And we're going to confirm some things in a little bit here. So I just pulled this one off. This is going to be my little more well done tri-tip for everyone. And this is going to be that ideal medium right here. Alright, we'll see y'all in a bit.
They didn't sleep in the car. It's the only way I can remember. My children upstairs there. We had Declan up here at 10, and then we go 7, 6, 5, 4.
How much mac and cheese will your kids eat?
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if I should make two. Maybe
I would make 2. My kids are eaters. Let me know. They like to eat.
Alright, I did not bring a tripod. I did not bring anything. I just went point and shoot. I'm gonna try and cut this thing right now with one hand. Oh, this is such a fail. Oh, I mean.
Oh, man.
Let me just start this
Wait,
and
so
then
you're not going to see Rod today, then?
I don't know. He said he was going to try to come. You could call him and see what he's doing. He was going to try. You know, he just closed on a house.
I know. That's what your mom just said.
Yeah.
So
So I think that he's like, he was painting.
do I have his number? Oh, is it the same
843.
number? Hold on.
Yeah.
Rob. 843-3849.
I like your
699.
sunglasses. Yes, I want. I like your sunglasses.
Up on the trampoline.
Okay, time to clean the grill. I think everything's cooled off over here enough for me to start nope, just kidding, it's not. Couple of thoughts though on this cook. It's been so long since I've cooked on a propane grill and using wood chips and all this other stuff. That thermometer probe was janky and everything was pretty much medium rare, which personally I don't mind. However, we've got a ton of kids here right now, so that may not fly, but we'll see. Some of the pieces were a little bit more towards the medium end, and I put those on the top. But anyhow, all that to say, the temperature control here definitely not the same as pellet grills and my offset at home, the Oklahoma Joe's or the Pit Barrel, things like that. But all in all, I mean, it's definitely a little smoky. It's not the same. How would I describe it? It doesn't taste as clean. I don't know if that's like the best way to describe it, but using the wood chips and this little wood chip box didn't seem like it imparted as clean of a smoke flavor as I normally get, or definitely not as thorough. I mean, come on, it's just wood chip smoldering. But I would do it again if this is all I had. And so there it is, folks. If you have had better experience doing something similar on your propane grill and I'm just a noob, feel free to point out the things that you would have done differently in the comments, and I will take that with grace and love and truth. And I think that's pretty much it. Thank you for supporting the channel, and until next time, who's smoking? Ow, just hit myself on this thing.